Hello, everybody, and welcome to Final Show Films. I'm John, the executive producer here. I want to welcome you all to the show. As my brain just completely loses track of whatever the fuck I'm supposed to say here. Thank you all for watching. Thank you all for supporting us. Particularly want to thank our $25 tier supporters, Rowan Parker, Trevian Alexander, Samantha Bates, Cat Waterflame, and Elle. Thank you all very much for supporting us as long as you have been, which has enabled us to do all the weird things that we do and say. Thank you for being our personal enablers. And also thank you for everybody watching, just for tuning in and being here for us in weird times. And I'm going to stop talking now because, well, that was obviously a lie. Anyways, sit back, relax, and enjoy. We're live!
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Stardust RPG Into the Vast. I am Connie, and I'm going to be your game master for this sci-fi D&D RPG. Joining me today, we have Jack.
Hey, everybody. I'm Jack. I'm playing Till Wayland, the avian Way of the Iron Path monk, who is bad at conflict resolution, it turns out.
You think. And Jeremy?
Hi, I am Jeremy. I am playing Kendall Fairchild, Eladrin Warlock, whose patron is her father. And I am very good at conflict resolution.
That's a lie.
No, I am very good at it. I am very good at destroying it.
And Craig?
Hi, I am in front of the camera and not falling over this week. I am playing bees, a swarm of nocturne and torch bees, many of whom are currently dead, but that still managed to jointly compose a swarm keeper ranger. And I am good at conflict initiation.
And John?
I'm John. I'm playing Koltarn, the Orc Artificer, and I am good at building weapons for massive armed conflict using international...
Okay. You didn't finish that sentence, or at least it didn't come
Yeah,
through.
that one kind of got away from you.
I cut the sentence off, yes.
Gotcha. Oh, okay.
It's part of the joke.
And Cody?
Cody, I'm playing Rouge Alul, Lockdown Void Keeper. Good at conflict avoidance.
Oh, Camille's child.
Yes, that's my child who insists on being in my lap
I
tonight.
couldn't see them. I just heard like child whispering and like singing.
I was throwing my voice.
Into
All right,
other
Yes,
audio
don't
streams.
Don't question it.
My new headcanon, though, is that's Varush's voice.
All right, everybody. I'm gonna need everybody to stop. Get back out of this dimension, you son of a bitch.
Communicates expressly through his nostrils and his trunk.
And Holly?
Hey, I'm Holly. I'm playing Mistel. She is an Environ rogue, and she is very good at being emotionally hurt by people and guilt tripping herself.
And tripping traps, too.
Aw.
That too. You did this, Jeremy.
Well, really, if we want to talk about no.
No, we already established it was Jack's fault.
And Camille?
Hi, I'm Camille. I'm playing Gideon Eaglin, the avian rogue, and I am very good at being loyal to people who get me in trouble.
Just like in real life.
I mean, yeah, there's that.
The bees love you too.
I was about to make a snide comment about John, but nah.
I didn't deny it.
He did not. He
Mm.
did not.
But when last we left off, the group had finished murdering their way through the gang of thieves and void elves that had been setting themselves up underneath the normal environment of the void station around this particular gate, whose name has escaped me.
Much like the pull of gravity. That name. That's the name.
That's the name of the void gate. Yes. But at doing so, they located a vault that they have yet to open to see what is inside. And some personal conflict between several members of the party came to a head, shall we say, which resulted in one party member attempting to paralyze and then psychically damaging another party member, who then attempted to attack back, was stopped, and left in a huff.
Other way around.
No.
No, yeah,
that's right. No, that's
absolute-
right. It was the
No, that's correct.
That's right.
That's fully correct.
Sorry.
Fully accurate.
The only thing
I misplaced.
the only thing he
misplaced
forgot
the-
is that there was also a gun pointed at someone, but that
Yeah.
was
Well, no, I think you were the
rather
one that
uneventful.
attempted to retaliate and stopped and left in a huff.
No,
'Cause
no, Bees tried to attack, and then
Yeah.
Till and Mistle stepped in front of them.
There were two people that attempted to retaliate and were stopped and left in a huff.
Correct. Correct.
Well, bees at least initially left because they were forced to by the effects of this spell.
Yeah.
This is true.
And technically, I didn't actually attempt to retaliate. I threatened to retaliate.
This is also true.
So, which side of this conflict are we picking up on, William?
We will pick up with the individuals who are still in the vault. You're still in a vault.
So
This is how I ended the.
Yeah.
This is how I ended the session. So this is how I started.
So turn, look at Kindle. I understand that being mocked can be annoying, but retaliating with deadly force, probably not the best idea.
Okay. So
You're going to need to apologize to bees if we find them again.
just a couple things I can say. One, I already feel real bad about it. That was instinctual. That said, and I will talk to bees if bees will talk, but it was not just about the mocking. That was about constantly putting us in danger on things, trying to steal things, trying to drive the car, take every opportunity to do so. Everything that's led up to now. It was I was wrong. I acknowledge that. But it was just the last straw. And in my mind, I thought someone has to learn that consequences comes with things. My bad.
So is Till actually gone?
No, Till is right there standing next to Kendall.
No, because I don't see
No,
your
Mistle
token.
and Gideon are the only ones that went.
Mistle and Gideon are the two that
Okay.
bailed out.
Yeah, 'cause
Went to go find bees.
I didn't see what your token was. All right. So, one of us should go find the others.
All right. Miss Fairchild, I think you're fine here.
I'll stay
If
here.
you all right. If you lot want to try and get this door open, I'll see if I can track down the other two. I can catch up easier.
Yes, we'll preoccupy ourselves with whatever this is.
And Till just kicks off and takes it a full flying dash out the hallways and catches up with people as fast as he possibly can.
Well, while we wait for that information to come back, I look towards the door in the ground. Is there any indication that this thing could be opened any way other than by brute force?
It's not locked. It's just heavy.
It's just heavy.
Like the locked door was the vault door that you open with the key.
Yeah. But it's not like there's no hidden mechanism that has like an auto opener for it or anything like that, is there?
No, it definitely looks like part of the weight of this door was relevant to keeping whatever it is in shut.
All right. Well, here's hoping that it's not just a giant mimic.
1 second. Looking over Coltarn, I see he's yellow. How's that relate?
Yellow means I'm injured.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, no, I understand that.
I
How
see.
injured? To what severity?
I'm at about.
Knee or
I'm at a
dislocated?
little above half health.
Okay, so I'll dump since I have them now. I'm a little bit more hurt. I'll give you a first level cure wounds before we open this up.
Thank you.
And then I'll dump a second level into myself.
Actually, I need to see how many spell slots I got, if I got any more.
So you get 9. I get 14.
To open up things.
Hit points are restored.
Yes.
Yes. And then I think the 2, possibly 3 of us should be able to open this easily enough.
Yeah, I'm just looking to see if there's anything else I can do on my part with what I've got prepared at the moment. I got one of those.
There is like an automated seal, but it's not locked. You can just press the thing and it'll unseal. However, there's nothing to lift the door. Once it's unsealed, you will just have to open it.
All right then. Well, I don't have anything else to assist with, so let's just. Actually, hang on. I do have.
Kendall, you can hold on to this for a bit, and I hand over the collapsed venom staff.
Oh, yep.
All right, well then, let's grab and lift. Bend at the knees.
Lift with your back.
Lift with your knees.
Yeah.
Lift with your nose.
Yeah.
Lift with my steel defender.
So you input the command into the small console on the side, and there's a hiss of releasing gases as this like vapor rises up out from the seal. And you reach down and begin to lift. I'll say between the 3 of you, whoever's got the highest strength score, roll me athletics with advantage.
What's your strength score, Varoosh?
18.
You got it.
All right. Athletics with advantage.
Yep.
22.
The 3 of you lift and the massive metal door slowly rises on its axis, and then there's a boom as it slams to the ground on the other side. And as the vapor being let loose clouds the interior, there's a slow and something releasing as a rectangular metallic container begins to rise up from inside this vault, just slowly on its own impellers, just emerging from the smoke of the container that was keeping it sealed, as it looks to be horizontal. As it slowly tilts up into a vertical position as it rises, you are left with what looks to be a casket of some kind, like ancient metal with a very thick, some kind of probably magically reinforced glass front, that inside of which you can see what appears to be an ancient looking black sword with a viciously designed hilt that looks like curling claws. The blade is etched with runes that you don't recognize. The hilt and the pommel is an outstretched claw grasping a crimson gem, and the blade itself is jagged and vicious as it rises up and just hovers there in this container.
Well, that's an evil-looking magic item if ever I've seen one.
Very.
All the points, all the spikes. Checks. Does it look Sarhemian?
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
Can I make a
And-
like an Arcana check or something to see if I or a Smith's Tools check to see if I recognize this blade by description?
Either or.
Smith's Tools with intelligence, maybe?
Yep.
As someone who is well versed in making weapons.
Could I do a history check to see if anything's matched this description?
You can do a history or religion check.
22 for my Smith's Tools check.
Let's do religion. 9.
So neither of you really recognize what this blade is in particular, aside from being Sarhemian, but there is a hiss of apprehension from behind you as you turn and see Jasira standing in the doorway, looking very put out that that sword is present. That's not a good thing, he says, ignoring the fact that she just appeared in the middle of the group of you.
Hi.
First of all, you appearing is very unsettling and also not a good thing. Secondly, it's an evil magical item. Of course it's not a good thing.
Do you know what this is?
It's a Hellblade. I would actually go so far as to say that it's the Hellblade.
Do I know what a Hellblade is?
Roll a religion check.
I will also.
I got a 9. I skipped that day in class.
14.
Shouldn't have been an advantage, but either way, 12.
Not familiar.
You say that as if it's something we should know.
I mean, going out on a limb
It's a-
might be
Those
a
of us
blade
here
from
that
hell.
don't
I
know
mean, that
what
would
it
be the
is.
assumption, yes. But the way it was said made it seem like it was more than that. You know, it's kind of like when you
Yeah,
say
there's definitely some
that's
significance to that.
that's an Excalibur. Like, you know, it's kind of a
Hellblades
Yeah, I agree with
Hellblades are mystic weapons, some of the most powerful tools forged in Zarheim, given only to the most powerful beings who lead and command armies. All of them are copies made in the image of the original. That looks like the original.
I mean, I could find out, but I feel like touching it would be a bad idea.
Yes. That shouldn't even be on this plane of existence.
I'm gonna touch it.
You're not there. Shut up.
I'm not there. It's a good thing.
Kendall's gonna touch it.
Yeah.
Kendall really looks like it's a pretty expensive, rare thing. She wants it, but she is not. She's holding herself back at the moment.
Yeah, it's a good thing Bees isn't in the room. Bees would totally have touched it by now.
And then we have Hellbees.
As you're looking at this, you don't see a way to open this casket.
Do I see a way to carry it?
Out of
it
curiosity,
hovers.
what is the range on my mage hand?
Apropos of for no particular reason.
Well, I imagine then that a person of significance that we're supposed to be dealing with probably wants this. So it would be best to keep it away from him.
How big is this? Like longsword?
It's a great sword.
Great sword? Okay.
It's just my size.
Do you have any wraps, large tarps in that bag of yours, blankets, something to cover this up?
I do, but I feel like they would be not very effective to cover up the floating, hovering casket.
Doesn't matter if it's floating as long as it's covered. We don't want, if this is leaving here, we don't want people that don't already know about it finding out about it on the station.
There. Yeah, I'm gonna like reach into my bag and just pull out some like tarps and stuff and just throw it over and begin like bungee cording it tight.
Yeah.
Yeah, as you interact with it, you find out that there's a very simple like gravity impeller control that you can use to just sort of set it to follow you or float horizontally if you need it to not sit vertically.
Oh yeah, no, it's going to float horizontally. It's like, throw the tarp over, tie it up, set it to follow. Set it to follow my data pad or whatever, so it like follows me.
And but you do not see any method of opening this thing.
Set toolbar to like stand next to it and slap anybody that tries to touch it.
So we'll have two people doing that.
Right. Well, we'll deal with this at some point.
What Summon Fae is for.
Imagine.
Kidding.
I wonder if throwing it into a sun will do anything.
Blot out the sun.
I mean,
I was gonna say it might do something to the sun.
No one.
That's what a starbreaker is. You just throw a magic weapon into a star.
There are stories of Hellblades being destroyed, but obviously the original has never had that tested.
What is the melting point of bad?
It's actually 666 degrees below zero. It's weird. It's inverted.
No, it's
So
the
that's
same.
the empowering point. It would be 777 degrees Kelvin.
No, it's particular to whoever's holding the heart or the blade at that moment because it's the temperature that makes their heart warm.
This was a plot
Okay.
point in Terry Gilliam's Time Bandits.
All right. Well,
Is that all that's in there?
Yeah, that was the only thing in the vault.
Okay.
Imagine if we had completely forgotten about this and Willer's like, well, I guess I'm finding them a new plot point.
Well, if you had walked out, it was like, cool. That's going to be bad when they find it. Just leave that in an empty base, no one guarding it anymore. Any demon just waltzes in and finds it.
Yep.
so turning back to our erstwhile guest. So why did you suddenly appear out of thin air, as if summoned by narrative convenience?
Because I was following you to see how you ended up working this out. I did not expect to find that.
Well, there's something in a different room that will help us keep this safe. I'm going to go make it functional. What better way to protect a demon sword than with a mech?
I mean, if touching the thing is a bad thing, if you're in a mech and the mech is holding it, you're not technically touching.
Wait a minute. Are you
Equip the
are you
mech with
talking
the
about-
demon greatsword.
Are you talking about a body that doesn't have a consciousness that even has to be ejected, yeah, that's a great thing to give a scheming
I don't know.
sword.
It's a
It
mecha
works for
body.
us.
It's an exoskeleton.
It's certainly humanoid shaped, the one that you found.
Yeah, it's an exoskeleton. It'll be fine.
Perfect thing to be
Magic,
possessed by a demon.
magic can't go through like 3 feet of metal. It's fine.
Fire can't go through doors, stupid. It's not a ghost.
Jet fuel doesn't melt steel beams. Calling that one back.
The dumbest thing is it didn't need to melt them, it just needed to weaken them and let them collapse. Which is
So
what
have I
did.
caught up to anybody yet?
You were
Yes, a
following
9/11
after.
truther.
Okay, so I shoot them twice in the head.
Good. Appropriate reaction.
Double tap.
Well, we were flying after bees, so
Yeah.
Yep.
So, I'm assuming you're going after them.
Yes, I'm going after them. / bees.
So the three of you that are trying to find bees, make your way out of the base and are confronted by the maze of tunnels underneath the city. You know the way out. You don't know which way bees went.
I mean, they're bees. They're piloting. Is this not terrain that would take any sort of footprints?
No, it's all stone.
No.
It is the hollowed out interior of an asteroid.
So what would I roll to try to guess that? Would that be survival?
Yeah.
Still try survival as well. Why not?
I will also try survival.
16.
Let's find it.
So, Craig, I didn't know your next character was going to be a sentient evil sword.
What in
That's
the
neat.
world?
Isn't it great?
Yeah.
I don't know why it didn't roll, but I
Weirdly, same personality and voice.
what's wrong with my mouse?
It's just sword! Exclamation mark.
Please tell me Sword
is
spells
wrong?
his name SOWRD.
Hang on. For some reason my sheet's not responding. I'd already opened it. 1 second.
You know, Camille, they've recently released the Roll20 companion app. So if you have like a tablet or something, you could just have that open and roll.
There we go. 13 for me.
The three of you looking around, logically speaking, most people would travel the way that they know leads to an exit. However, this is bees you're dealing with.
And he's mad.
So you got no particular clue which direction. He might have just taken a random turn and started walking. The one thing that you probably would have going for you as a good direction to find where he might or where they might be would be any locations that are warm, potentially damp, relatively replicating the environments of a swamp, so hot and humid.
Can we discern a direction in which we might find such a space?
Not in the immediate. You'd probably have to start following some of these tunnels to see if you can locate any of those kinds of environments, unless you knew what you were looking for,
All right.
which would take time.
All right. The two of you stick together, please.
Fine by me. Come on, mister.
Okay. Where are we going?
That way. Pick a random direction.
Okay.
Till we'll go the other way. Another way. I don't know how many branches there are.
Many. The three of you roll me a D100 each.
86.
63.
43.
So Till,
Mhm.
as you're wandering, you slowly find yourself moving into more worked machinery. As you end up moving your way into an area that has actually been designated for use inside the interior of this asteroid.
Mhm.
The temperature begins to rise, and you begin to detect a certain moisture in the air. And you realize it's from evaporating coolant. You
Yeah.
realize you're getting close to a reactor.
Hooray! That's a great place to be. He kind of pauses. Bees!
You don't get a response, although you might not get a response even if he was there, if he's being pouty.
Right. Yep. Well, no verbal response. We'll go investigate. Just trying to keep an eye out as best I can as I pick my way through this. I assume with my shipwright's background, I could hopefully have enough working knowledge to avoid anything particularly hazardous.
Probably. I mean, stay away from anything that says radiation shielding.
Right. Yeah. It's like, oh, that's got black and white stripes. Stay on this side. Dig in there and look around.
Unfortunately, bees have black and white or black and yellow stripes.
Bees, meanwhile, you found a nice, cozy, warm, and damp place to sit and be alone. There were a lot of signs that indicated weird warnings that you didn't really follow as you walked past them, but
bees can't read, so okay, this is our home now. We're gonna make the best of this. We're gonna start unpacking the hive armor and start spreading webs and hive material around.
So you've got about 15 minutes into that process. The armor is sort of distributed across the ground, and you've started enveloping nearby walls in hive material when you hear a familiar voice shout your name.
We do not respond.
A few minutes later, you start to hear footprints on the metal, footsteps on the metal as Till and his sharp talons slowly tap their way along.
We will web up the entryway into this area. I will cast web.
So, Till, make me a perception check.
Okay. 26.
Not sure where to find bees. You're sort of looking around, trying to find anything in particular, and then you see a specific doorway that is explicitly covered in a pile of webs.
Weighs the coincidental probability of there just being a random web bee swarm in the bowels of this that is not related to
You
our
found the
group
web
member.
closet.
Right. Reach out a finger and just touch the web and see how sticky it is, just with one fingertip.
It immediately adheres because it was the web spell.
Okay. Pull that back and kind of try and brush it off a little bit. Bees.
No response.
Bees, do you want to live here by yourself for the rest of eternity?
Yes. And it's not us, it's other bees.
My mistake. What should we call you?
Not bees. But still bees.
Well, not all right.
But different bees.
Nice to meet you, different bees. My name's Till. I don't know if you've ever seen anybody like me before, but
No, we live here.
well, I didn't come with any harmful intent for what that's worth.
Okay.
I used to have a friend named Bees.
They sound pretty cool.
They were different, and that made things difficult for them sometimes, but they meant very well. I haven't seen them for a little while. I hope they're doing all right.
Bet they tried doing things like people who didn't live in the swamp. And then I bet things turned out like. the
Oh, did you
swamp
come from
anyway.
a swamp?
No,
Oh, okay.
we came from. Where is this?
What, the asteroid station?
We're from an asteroid station.
Oh, okay. Is it interesting down here? Do you have a lot of fun?
Yeah.
Tell me about the fun you have down here.
People don't say things that make other people feel bad. And when somebody does something bad, you can kill them. And you can take their larva and bring them to your hive and kill their queen. And it's not good, but it's simple. And we understand that.
Hmm. Don't get a
tried
lot of
doing-
sunlight down here, do you?
There's a long pause. We don't know what that is.
Oh, okay. Well, if you'd met my friend Bees, they could have probably told you all about it. They very much enjoyed it. And I think they were going to go off and try and find some more. Maybe that's where they went off to.
And that's probably what they tried to do. But then they found some place that seemed like where they came from. And they probably thought, that's where we ought to be, where we came from.
Oh, yeah?
We should give up trying to look for bright things and just stay here in the dark and the wet.
Well, I mean, that's one thing they could do.
Do you have any food?
Yes, I do.
We've lived here a long time, but we forget where the food is here.
That must make things very difficult.
It's been a rough 15 minutes.
Well, if you're at all interested, since me and my other friends have some experience with trying to help out various insect-based people. If you wanted to, we're pretty good at helping people start over. So if you wanted to go somewhere with food that's easier to remember where it is and the possibility of brighter things, I think I know some people that could help you with that.
the webs across the doorway sort of crumble and dry up in part as B stops concentrating on the spell. And you can see inside this sort of the pieces of the armor spread across the floor and the disparate swarms of the torch bees moving all around. And they sort of come together towards the center of the doorway. And you hear them say, Till, it's us. It's actually bees. We were lying.
Jesus Christ. Shocked. I'm shocked. You're very good at that.
We know.
Well, I'm glad you're okay.
Why are you working for such a horrible person, Till?
Because are you talking about Miss Fairchild or Mr. Fairchild?
We thought they were Miss Fairchild. Are they Mr. Fairchild?
Mr. Fairchild is Miss Fairchild's father, and that's who I work for.
Oh, did we meet them?
You have not met them. Try not to, if at all possible.
Fortunately.
Try very hard not to have to meet Mr. Fairchild.
No, we don't like their larva. We don't want to meet their hive.
Did you know? Well, I think you know. People are complicated, right?
What does that mean?
They've got a whole bunch of moving parts that all work differently. And just because you know one of their parts doesn't mean you know anything about their other parts.
Like a dust runner?
Kind of. Yeah. People are even more complicated than a dust runner is.
When Coltarn was taking apart that dust runner and putting it back together, that helped us learn about it.
You can't take apart people, though.
We really want to take Kendall apart.
In order to understand her?
Long pause. Yes.
Insight check.
That was a perception
You really
check.
need one.
You rolled a perception check, Jack.
If you want to understand people,
I'm gonna roll that with disadvantage on my own.
Wow.
Yeah. Oh boy. Okay, yeah, my disadvantage was a 3, so you're still good.
If you want to understand people, so you know how in order to understand the dust runner, Coltarn took it apart with tools and put it back together with tools?
Yeah.
If you want to understand people, the process is different, and you don't use tools, and you don't use your stingers or your mandibles or anything like that. You use your words. Did you know that?
We tried that. That's what Gideon and Gideon's mamas have been telling us. We tried that, and then Kendall attacked us anyway. So what we know now is there's no point in trying to use words. Just use stingers.
Really? So if it doesn't work the first time, then you always give up.
Yes.
I'm pretty sure that Gideon's mamas told you differently than that.
No, they didn't.
Well, as someone who has fixed and taken apart and learned about a whole lot of things, if it doesn't work the first time, that doesn't mean you did anything wrong or you didn't make the right choice. Okay?
Why did Kendall attack us?
So here's how here's one way that many people work. When they ask you to stop something, because Kendall asked you to stop something, right? That's kind of what started part of it.
Right.
So when they ask you to stop something and you don't do that, that
Then
makes
you
them
attack
feel
someone.
bad. No, wait. We haven't gotten to that stage yet.
Okay, but we understand now.
You don't quite actually, no, because we haven't covered the whole thing. Okay, takes a long time to understand things, right? Do you
If a
have enough
swarm-
patience to let me walk you through something?
If a swarm of bees could look dubious, this one does. The subtitles for this scene just read dubious buzzing.
All of the bees raise one eyebrow each.
Eyebrow, exactly. Yep.
They have to grow the eyebrows first and then raise one each.
Are Gideon and Mistle okay?
Yes, they're out looking for you. Because they were worried about you too.
Is Kendo out looking for us?
Not yet.
Good.
Now, as I was saying, when somebody asks you to stop something and you don't stop, that hurts their feelings. All right.
Okay, so when your feelings are hurt, you can attack. Why didn't
Mm.
Mistle?
Because Mistle knows better. Because just because you get your feelings hurt does not mean you attack somebody.
But Kendall. Oh, Kendall's stupid.
We're getting there. Now, when people get upset because their feelings are hurt, sometimes they make bad choices. Doesn't mean they're stupid. It just means their feelings take over and they do something that under normal circumstances they wouldn't. They wouldn't usually do it that way. But because their feelings are hurt, sometimes they do things they shouldn't or normally wouldn't. Does that make sense?
What do you do to them when they do that?
It depends. There's not always only one rule when it comes to dealing with people. Okay.
What are we going to do to Kendall?
Well, if somebody asks you to stop something, the first thing you should do is think, is this something that I'm capable of stopping? For instance, if you asked me to stop breathing, I might be able to do that for a little while, but I couldn't do it forever because I'd die. Okay.
Okay, but people could help you do that.
What?
Not
Stop
us.
breathing?
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to. Just like you didn't really want to stop making fun and teasing Kendall, did you?
No, but we did that because they hurt Mistle.
Okay. Well, that's another rough guideline to consider. Okay. When somebody hurts somebody else's feelings, you don't have to be the one to try and fix that all the time.
Well, we want to.
And that's a normal kind of reaction. It's normal to want to. Did you ask Mistle if she wanted you to try and fix that?
No, we knew she did.
You can never tell what's actually happening in somebody else's brain. Okay. So if you get in a conflict like that again, and you feel like you have to protect somebody, it might be good to check with the person you think you're protecting to see if that's actually what they want you to do. Okay.
Okay.
Like I said, this is complicated. There's a lot of different things going on anytime people start getting upset with each other.
So what happens to Kendall?
Maybe something, maybe nothing.
So Kendall wins? Jesus, Grandpa, would you read me this thing? What happens this time?
Well, we should probably start where we should have, with a conversation. Okay. So if you're upset with Kendall still, you might need to actually go talk to her
We don't want
and
to.
see. I know.
We shouldn't
but-
have to. Kendall
Oh,
attacked us.
Kendall tried to make you stand still.
And then actively
Right.
attacked.
Hang on.
That makes
To be fair
That
to the
hurt
voice
us.
in the sky, stand still first, then Bees attacked, then Kendall attacked.
Yeah, that's where Till's going with this.
that hurt us. That made us fall. Bad things are on the ground, Till. Bad things are on the ground. The buzzing is getting really loud.
Till looks at where he's sitting. Am I a bad thing?
Different. You fall on the ground. Sometimes you fall in the water. Torch bees that go into the water don't come back out.
Hmm.
You have to be careful where you land, Till. You know that. You fly.
Yeah.
Somebody takes away where you can land. What happens to you when you're flying and somebody made you stop flying?
No, I might fall.
And what would happen then?
I might break one of my legs. Or
Your
hurt
head.
one of my wings,
Or die.
conceivably. So what Kendall did probably scared you a lot, didn't it?
No.
Probably made you really upset though, right?
We guess.
Now, if you found another swarm of torch bees and you were going to try and take their hive and kill their queen and bring their larva back to your hive,
Like that.
would you expect them to just let it happen, to not do anything?
No. They always
Hmm.
fight. That's how we
Okay.
know to act with people. Something attacks you, you attack it. You attack something, it attacks you back.
Mm-hmm.
We don't talk about it.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing used to talk to us. We didn't used to talk to things.
Do you like talking as
Sometimes.
an idea? Have you learned some new things or met some new people that you like because you're able to talk to them?
The bees are sort of batting around the armor on the floor of the room. It's sort of like little swarms are sort of batting it back and forth. Eventually, sometimes.
You probably wouldn't be friends with Gideon or Mistle if you couldn't talk to them, right?
No.
So does talking sometimes at least get us good things?
When we talk to nice people.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes people are mean or they tell us we can't take things.
Mm-hmm.
We don't like that talking.
You're in a little bit of a different world now, bees.
We're in a totally different world because it's an asteroid.
Mm-hmm. But you're talking and around and interacting with people that are different than the normal types of things you would have interacted with if you just stayed in the swamp and never talked, right?
Yeah. Like we said, that was simple.
Mm-hmm. Because there's certain rules for the swamp when you're torch bees, right? You try and take over somebody else's hive, they try and fight you back. That's normal, right?
Stay out of the water.
Stay out of
Sting
the
things
water.
that come to your hive.
Those are all normal.
Yeah.
Gather things from the plants, make honey, that sort of thing. That's normal, right?
Yeah.
The universe out here, it's a different kind of system. And so there's different things that are normal. And if you want to survive in it, you have to learn a different new normal.
Really hard, Till.
I missed that. What?
It's really hard, Till.
Yes. Learning new things is hard. You're not wrong. But we're going to probably be going some dangerous places. And we're probably going to be interacting with some strange things. And if you want to be okay, and if you want Gideon and Mistle to still be okay, and anybody else you like to still be okay, you're probably going to have to learn how to do things different than if you did in the swamp. It's the only way.
We're gonna get to see more sun.
I can pretty much guarantee that is at least something that will happen at least a couple times, probably more.
And are we gonna get to drive a dust runner?
That is one of those things that you'll have to learn. But if you can learn and practice and be bad at it for a while, but be good at it eventually, and listen to smart people who know how to do it, like Coltarn, and let's be honest, like Miss Fairchild.
No. We like
But you
Colton.
might, but if you listen and you practice and you're careful, I wouldn't be surprised if eventually, yeah, you might be able to do that.
Colton makes neat things.
He does, doesn't he? They were getting ready to open that big hatch. There might be some neat things in there. I don't know. Would you like to go look?
Batting the armor back and forth a little bit more. Maybe.
Do you want to take some time and think about it?
The armor clanks against a metal siding, and some of that hive material chips off of it again. And once again, you can just faintly see underneath the hive material that's been built over this armor, the faint sheen of some dull metal in black and trimmed with gold.
File that away for later analysis.
We have to put ourselves back together.
All right. If you want to do that, I can wait.
New things are weird, Till.
Yeah, they are. Sometimes they're scary and nasty, but sunlight was weird for you too, wasn't it?
No. No, that wasn't. That felt right. But we're friends with a cop now, Till. That's weird.
There's a lot of weird things out there. Weird tends to happen a lot the further away from home you get. But weird isn't bad.
I bet Gideon and Mistle are lost.
They might be. We might need to go see if we can find them too.
Okay. We'll go with you to help find Gideon and Mistle. Because they're lost.
Okay. All right.
And I bet Gideon and Mistle are really sad not to be with us.
I think they were pretty distressed.
Okay. Well, we'll do it because of that.
Okay. And was this an okay talk?
You didn't give us any food.
Oh, right. Well, we'll do that on the. You know what road snacks are? Road snacks is food you eat while you're walking. So we'll do that while we go find Gideon and Mistle. Okay.
Okay, you can just shove it down our neck hole.
Excellent. That sounds
eat
like a
it in
great
there.
idea. I liked this talk that we had. If you don't mind, I'd like to have another one sometime, maybe later.
Let's do it where we can see a sun.
Okay.
Okay. We want to hear you yell at Kendall too, though.
That is another one of those complicated person things, but I will definitely consider that proposal.
Okay.
All
And
right.
These start sort of roughly reassembling the armor.
And again, underneath all of the the crinkling noise of the paper-like material of the hive warping and wrapping around itself as they put the armor back together, there is the occasional clink of metal.
And once Bees is all put together, Till will break off half of one of his rations and just sort of crumble it over the neck hole.
It is rapidly accepted by the torch bees, which just sort of grab it as it falls and pull it inside.
Excellent.
And there is sort of, as you're watching, expanding up out of the neck hole, there is that sort of almost Elizabethan collar of hive material.
Okay.
Up. Yeah.
Yep. Hey, that makes a good funnel. That'll be great.
Rumbling it over the neck hole is my Panic at the Disco cover band.
Yeah, good to know. Good to know. Good to know.
So meanwhile,
I chimed in.
while the other search party is getting lost, the individuals.
We have to cut to the lost search party. I need to know what Gideon and Mistler are doing right now.
It's a fair question. What are the two of you doing as you are getting progressively more lost in these tunnels?
I'm gonna go down, a significant ways. If I get to another junction and I feel like we're not getting any closer to anything warm or humid, then I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna try to keep backtracking to that original cave, and specifically, I'm gonna try not to get lost. Actually,
okay.
I'm not going super far. I'm just kind of trying to see if I can figure out other places he might be. So if we find another place he might be, then yeah, we might get a little lost. But
Mistel's following Gideon, calling out for bees, holding one of the cakes that she had in her little pack.
Bees. Cake.
Just like holding it in front of her. Bees.
I have cake.
Seriously, dude, this is dumb. Come on.
He might not respond if you're mean to him.
What? He wouldn't respond if I was nice to him. He knows better.
But I have food.
Bees, Mr. has food, and this is dumb.
This is the content I crave.
Fantastic.
I'm so glad I rolled the highest on my D100.
Yeah, instead of that intense emotional scene, it would have been, get in, loser, we're going space shopping.
Straight up. Yo, let's get out of here. Screw those guys.
You can now continue on, William. Sorry. I needed to know what was happening there.
But yes, so with the group that is still within the hideout, what are the rest of you doing?
Going to the armory.
Yes, you make your way to the Dust Runner. What about everybody else?
Once we have everything packed away, and Coltarn's working on the Dust Runner, going to let the captain know that where the coordinates are and that the place has been cleared out. And I guess I'll look behind me and tap the dwarf that's on my back and see if they're conscious yet.
They're still out cold.
All right.
The jostling is not helping. They may have a minor concussion.
Minor concussion. They've been out for like 15 solid minutes. That's a TBI minimum.
How reminiscent of Hellboy in the Russian graveyard is this?
Jack, you're arguing that any level of concussion is not a TBI?
That's fair.
Other than that, I'm gonna check to make sure what the heaviest stuff that they had besides the Dust Runner.
The Autumbla.
Okay, yeah. I'm just gonna stack that up into one spot.
Mm-hmm.
Put it in a location so that once the cops get here, they can grab it and go and not have to come any further.
Well, no, still within our eyesight because we had prisoners walk off.
Fair,
so.
yeah.
But yeah, After a little while, I'll check in with Till, and I think Till's the only other one that has a communicator, right?
I have one.
Gideon and
Yeah.
well, yeah, but you're here.
Oh, of the people that aren't here.
Gideon and Mistle
Yeah.
don't have them. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is why Gideon and Mistle were sent off together. Because it's easier to find 2 lost people than 1, and Till has a walkie.
Yep. Yeah, I'll just check in. Till, have you found bees or?
Yes, we're on our way back to pick up Mistle and Gideon, and then we'll meet you.
Coltar's still
talking to?
working.
It's Varouche.
Tell Varouche hi.
B says hi.
Happy you found them. Coltar's working on the Dust Runner now. I've let the captain know that the Altumbla's been recovered and the establishment has been dealt with.
What are they saying?
All right, we'll see you soon.
See you.
Click. They were saying that that Coltarn's fixing the Dust Runner, so you might be able to see a little bit more of that if we get back fairly quickly.
Did they say they miss me? They missed
He
him.
said he said he was glad I found you.
Haha, we knew it.
William, I forget. Are
Yes.
you using the Grease Monkey's Handbook for the Dust Runner rules?
Yes, they're basically the Atom rules. Yes.
Okay, so I need to learn how to pilot land vehicles.
And yeah, Till's gonna keep an ear out for Mistle and Gideon on the way back.
I had a thing that I was gonna.
Well, there's a Cambion in our midst, and a demon sword. Was it related to either of those two things?
Oh yes, that was it. And as Varouche gets off the comm link, Jasira will say to them, as a show of good faith, the Red Runners intercepted the Nightcrawlers who managed to get away. They're holding them and waiting for what you want to do with them.
Usually would like to know what they were up to here. I can piece together what it looks like, but beyond that, what their intention back in the system was. But
Unfortunately, I think the only one who really knew all of their plans, someone smeared.
Is this conversation happening anywhere near where I'm working on the Dust Runner?
I don't know, where is Varouche piling up the Autumbla?
we're in the same room that we found it. So if it's in the armory, then that's where we're having a
So,
conversation.
so now, yeah, so it's over there.
No, I don't think so. Yeah, you're,
No,
you're a couple rooms away.
the Autumbla's over here.
Oh, okay. I thought, yeah, no, I would have piled it up where we could all stay together.
So in the armory then?
Yeah.
So it's like,
Yeah.
So then, yes, it is. I would have piled it up in the armory.
so from the room next door, because I basically I have Tolbar stand because the sword is following me. It's in the room with me and the Dust Runner, and Tolbar is basically standing guard at the door, so that nobody intervenes, without me knowing that they're coming in, and so from the room over there, yes, if we could get them all in the same room, and or at least in similar rooms, and ask questions, it'd probably be useful.
We can hand them over to the guards if you'd like.
If you have them brought here, we can ask if anybody here has questions, and then you can turn them over to. We'll turn them over to the guard.
All right. And she puts a finger up to her ear.
And I'm sorry, you said smeared.
Yes, the wizard that one of you butchered, I believe, would probably have been the boss and the person who would have known everything.
Okay.
Who got the killing blow on the wizard?
I don't know. Otherwise, she would have said who did it.
I was gonna say I don't remember who that was. I
believe
know
it
it
was
wasn't.
Gideon.
I know it wasn't Till.
think
Because
that
Yeah,
might
it was
have been
Gideon.
me.
It was
Shot him in the
Gideon.
head.
Gideon
Yeah.
fucking
Yeah, it
shot him
was-
in the
it
head.
Yeah, because it was the
Yeah,
one
for
shot
sure.
I was able to land the whole fucking
Yep.
combat.
Right. Yep.
Yep.
Right between the eyes.
Yes,
Yep.
the
But-
wizard that
headshot.
that your avian marksman so expertly shot between the eyes would have been the one who likely knew everything.
I have a feeling it likely has something to do with demons.
That would be a safe assumption.
Joran, could you please bring our fine guests back into their home and present them to us? And there's some kind of response over her communicator. All right, they're on the way.
All right, I will take the unconscious dwarf off my back. I'm tired of this backpack, and I will set them on the ground in a corner, tied up.
A few minutes later, a group of individuals dressed in relatively uniform outfits. They're all like individualized and made unique for the individual person, but they all have this same motif of like black leather with like reddened bits of metal for whatever metallic armor that they accent their leather armor with. They have a color scheme, even if it's customized for each individual person.
Mhm.
And they each come in carrying variously unconscious, tied up, and or both individuals from those that you had left alive, and deposit them next to the dwarf.
Once everybody returns, I'll wake up the dwarf, and I have something that should make our questions, well, them more likely to answer our questions truthfully.
I look forward to seeing the fruits of your interrogation, Jasira says as she backs up and gets out of your way as the remainder of the first at about this time, if Gideon is circling back to make sure that he doesn't get lost, then about this time is when Till and Bees would run into them on a return trip.
Bees. Bees.
Bees.
Hi, Gideon. Hi, Mistle.
She holds out the cake.
Okay, so
Yay! Bees swarm out and take the cake.
fine. Have the cake. Bees.
Hi, Gideon.
What was the one thing Mama Bai said to us before we left?
What are you doing? I told you not to get into fights.
No. She said stay together and take care of each other, right?
We don't know.
Okay. I'm gonna rephrase this. Bees, don't ever do that again.
Okay.
If you ever decide you're tired of these people, that's fine. I don't fucking like them either. We can all leave together.
Hey!
Not you, them.
Not you. You come with us.
Exactly.
We didn't have a choice to leave. Whatever Kendall did made us leave. But then we figured we'd stay left.
What did Kendall do?
I mean, you could have at least waited for me when you weren't under the spell anymore.
We don't know. That's never happened to us before.
Kendall put a spell on you?
Yeah, you didn't see it. It was some
There was a
bibbidi
lot
bobbidi
happening.
boo, whatever.
There was a lot that was happening at once, okay?
Kendall tried to make us not fly, and then Kendall did something that hurt and made us run away.
I
And
saw
that's
the
when I
first
pointed a gun
thing.
at her.
I didn't, okay.
You did?
Yeah, dude, I got your back. I told you.
Aw, thanks, Gideon. Did you shoot her?
No, I didn't shoot her. They didn't let me. But I
Aw.
tried to find you and you were gone.
I know you would have shot her if they let you.
I would have shot her straight between the eyes like that other guy. Did you see that? That was great,
Yeah.
wasn't it?
That was really great. We know you would have. Thanks, Gideon.
Dude, you're my brother. I mean, sibling or whatever. We're family.
You have a big family.
I
There's that
have
sort
a
of
bigger
again that
family
just
than
that like
most orphans do.
that baby laughter from all the bees buzzing around again.
Anyway, I guess since Till found you, he talked you down.
Yeah.
Does that mean we're going
Based
back?
on the conversation I'm hearing right now, Gideon, I think I'm going to have a conversation with both of you, probably at the same time.
It's okay. Gideon,
Both of who?
Till
Both of who?
You and bees together.
Till told us that Kendall does what she does because she's stupid.
That does not sound like anything Till would have said. Sounds like you misunderstood.
No, we're pretty sure we got it.
Statement sounds correct though.
We agree. Mistel, are you okay?
I'm okay. I will be okay. I'm sorry about everything that happened.
You
I
didn't do
didn't mean
anything.
for anything.
Nope.
You-
We're done with that. We're done with that. We're
You
done
didn't
with
do
it.
anything
Nope,
wrong.
You are not
Kendall's
apologizing for
stupid.
anything else.
We found out. Till said so.
It's not what.
Definitely what Till
Whatever.
said. Right, Till?
I'm guessing we're going back.
Specifically,
We're
what
going
I
back, Till?
said. Specifically, what I said was that people don't make good decisions when they're upset.
Because they're stupid.
Yeah, that sounds more like it. Yep.
Not exactly the same thing, but I can understand why you would think that's what I was trying to communicate. Like I
you
said,
lost him
we'll get
halfway
there.
through that sentence.
People are complicated.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But Mistel, we think you're great. And when we go back home or whatever we do, we want you to come with us. Until you should come too. And all of us should go back to Nocturna and just leave and see the sun sometimes.
We would need a ship for that.
Okay.
We also are supposed to kill a demon or whatever first. So if we could actually do that, that'd be cool.
Okay.
He is going to swallow the whole galaxy and kill everybody, including our mamas. So, there's that.
It's kind of important. Mistel will give Bees the most awkward hug. I don't know how she hugs bees, but
probably horrible.
I feel like she gathers like some of the bees in her hands and gently, without killing them, hugs them.
Yeah, that's probably the least horrifying way to do it. They will they will kind of buzz back and swarm around you.
Demon threats aside, we should probably get back and check on everybody else, since I'm sure they're not working on that particular issue directly at the moment.
Yeah, I want to see what's in that
just...
vault. There's probably something good.
It may well have been.
They probably opened it already, and Kendall probably got first dibs.
We'll just take it from him.
No, we can't take it from her. Till's right here, dude. He's like sworn to protect
remember,
her or whatever.
Remember, if we've got a disagreement, we use our, what was it, Bees?
Words? You want Bees to use words?
Words.
Stinger's a word.
No, they are not.
It is a word. We said it.
Stinger is a word.
Yeah.
Stingers, plural, as the objects, are objects, not words. But we'll get there.
Okay.
Remember, we don't let anybody who doesn't use their words for conflict first drive Dust Runners, Bees. That is one thing I can guarantee.
Okay, so Kendall doesn't get to drive the Dust Runner anymore.
She tried to start with words,
That's good.
So is Kendall okay?
I'm sure Miss Fairchild is just fine.
Okay.
Boo. Say the bees very, very quietly around Mistel.
Yeah,
nice,
Bees, let him have it, because you know what? We're gonna be here all day with Grandpa here trying to tell us what to do. So let's just get back to it and get some work done.
Is Till your grandpa?
He's not that
Nobody
old.
thinks he is.
Okay.
Oh, yes, no. My aged bones are quite fragile. In fact, there's no way any of you could possibly beat me back to and he's gone.
Oh,
So wait, do you have larva? Bees are going. So
None of you can actually keep up with Tim. He's a monk.
can Mistel if she uses her fast flying?
I mean, I'm.
You have to stop every time you fast fly.
He's got monk speed, so yeah.
Yeah.
Like the rogues might be able to
Monkey
make it a
speed.
good race with the fact that they can dash as a bonus action, but so can he if he needs to.
Right.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
how fast is my beeferial jaunt?
Uh,
not super
movement
fast.
speed. It's your movement speed.
Okay,
It's
okay.
just it's away from your body.
All right.
It's your movement speed, but disconnected from the rest of your corporeal form.
All right, let's go. I will let. Well, I guess I'll lead the way, but I'm gonna make sure they're right behind me.
So as everyone reconvenes inside the base with the pile of variously unconscious and or tied up and or both night crawlers, that's we're gonna take a quick break.
All right. Remember, when we take our break, you take your break. So stand up, stretch your legs, use the bathroom, grab food, grab drinks, whatever it is you need to do. Please stay tuned for these commercial messages, and we'll be back in just a few minutes. As soon as I find the break button. We're back. A dinosaur story.
All right. So, the group of you reconvene in the armory as Coltarn is discovering that the reactor on this dust runner is not completely built and cannot draw enough power to fully operate the machine. He can draw enough power to get it walking, however.
What chassis type is it?
It is bipedal, and it's the smallest size of chassis whose name I have.
The civilian one, or
it's a civilian class,
Yeah.
and the smallest workable size. I don't remember.
I'm just
Which one it
picturing
is.
the mech from Alien now. Alien.
Kind of, but with machine guns instead of power loaders.
Nice.
Get away from her, you bees.
Okay. So civilian heavy or no? Category 3.
It's 5e books. Let me get this thing.
There's
so
lots
I can
of
tell you.
there's lots of information in this book, and I'm trying to.
It is. As I find the stupid module tables, constructor year atom. There we are. Yeah, it is a light dust runner chassis, and it is bipedal and civilian class.
Okay. Are those rules in the Stardust?
Those are also in the Stardust book. Yes.
Okay. I will figure out where that is and grab it.
He'll go check on Kendall as soon as he gets back. Which is probably a minute or two before the others get back.
Yep. Where is Kendall at?
So, hold on just a second. I just need to look at one thing here really quick, work-wise. All right, this is the proper one. Okay, so Kendall, after shit, because I had a thing and then moved on. After people left and words, I have words and I need to figure out what they are.
After everybody left.
And Lindsay Davy, I sort of, well, she followed them and she just kind of got almost oddly quiet for her and just sort of was standing off to his side watching.
So in the armory then?
Yes. Shockingly, she did not go off on her own.
Everyone's on their way back, Miss Fisher.
Huh? Oh. Okay, cool.
Are we going to be all right?
Shut up, Siri.
Tell when did your name change to Siri?
I just heard this muffled voice off to the side asking me a question. No, everything. I mean, is everything good?
I had a discussion with Bees about using your words in conflict resolution, so we're
Okay.
making progress.
Okay.
All right. If you will excuse me, I'm going to pretend to take a nap in this corner for a moment.
Okay. Cool.
And Till goes over to this corner and leans up against the wall like he's sleeping.
About when Gideon, Mistle, and Bees come into the room.
You were so slow behind me. I had to take a nap.
Hey, Till.
Insight check on Till. No.
The thing is, Bees could roll an insight low enough to believe that.
Right?
Yeah.
Boy, he's been sleeping a lot these days. Do you think he's okay?
Now that
Yeah.
everybody's back, some news. A gesture to the extra prisoners that have been gifted to us. If anybody's got any questions, just let me know. And
As Varouche gestures, Jasira just offers a bow.
yes. Sorry, I forgot. What was it? Red Runners?
The Red Runners, yeah.
Oh,
Gifted
you're
by the
here.
Red Runners, yes. There's been no exchange, so I think we're all right. Side-eyeing Jasira.
Is the vault
So-
open?
I mean, where the vault's in a different room.
I know. Is
Also
the vault
covered with-
open?
it's also
Bees is
covered with
drifting in
a-
that direction.
Oh.
Yeah. What was in the vault?
Bad things from the other room.
Yes. Something dangerous that we will deal with later.
I'm immediately gonna stand in front of the door so bees can't go to the vault.
It's not in the vault anymore.
Was there anything else in there?
No.
Only the bad thing.
Fog.
Someone interrogate.
Bees,
Unnatural.
bees, look at me. Look at me. Look at me in my face right now. Are you looking in my face? I can't tell. Listen, okay?
Bees is. Give me 1 second though.
Is the floating is the sarcophagus of demon sword like in this room?
No.
It's floating just inside the room where the Dust Runner is, and it's also
Okay.
covered with a tarp.
Gotcha.
Yeah, it's floating. It's floating. It's around the corner inside the room where the Dust Runner is. That Toll Barn is currently sort of standing in the doorway of.
Okay. Till try and just not really suspecting that there's a problem. Try and sidle past Toll Barn to see what's happening with the Dust Runner.
You're allowed, so Toll Barn will let you pass.
Okay.
What was it and where is it now?
Bees,
Dangerous
look at me.
hidden.
Look at me in my face right now. Look at me.
We're looking.
Look at
We're
me.
looking.
Look-
We're not going.
Okay.
We're not going.
You stay here. You stay right here. Okay? All of you. All
Okay.
of you.
I will lean over towards Till.
The small swarm that was starting to sneak past at that stops and comes back and rejoins the hive.
Lean over towards Till. Best not to touch it.
Oh, that sort of bad?
Yes. Something called a hell sword.
Oh, I was thinking troll stuff. But
No.
all right.
Significantly worse. Likely belongs to the person that we all got a vision of.
Is that loud enough for the rest of us to hear?
I'm saying it quietly, but I'm an orc, so
There's a bass rumble that carries a bit.
Stage whisper.
I mean, a 22. Do I hear it?
very.
I feel like you pick up a bit of it probably.
Yeah.
Oh,
You pick up the word Hellblade.
And not the words sinuous sacrifice.
we should break it.
Roll me a charisma check, a charisma saving throw, bees.
Hmm. I got a 2.
Something about the word Hellblade
down.
triggers a visceral and violent reaction in you. This sort of anything near such a thing needs to be exterminated kind of gut feeling. And you don't know where it came from.
Why are you going to make us kill bees, William?
I'm not saying he has to act on it. It's just this sort of like
Stop yourself
nothing-
mid-sentence.
You are.
Stop yourself mid-sentence. Think about who you are talking to and run that one by yourself again.
I'm saying what I'm saying. He does not have to act on it, and he doesn't know where it comes from, which is
where-
already its own like. I don't
Weirdness.
know why I'm thinking this.
Yeah, because bees is so given to introspection.
I know, but it's
right.
definitely a sort of like nothing is allowed to touch that kind of gut reaction.
Where is it? We should break it. We should burn it. We
Bees,
should get rid of
bees,
it.
No,
It's
bees.
bad.
Listen to me. Listen.
Gideon, it's bad.
I agree with you, okay?
Okay.
But there are people who are smarter than us who know about this thing. We need to let them help us decide. If we touch
No.
that thing and it's bad, is as bad as they listen. If it's as bad as they say it is, and you touch it and it takes over you or something,
We don't want to touch it. We don't want to touch it. We should get the ship to shoot it and destroy it.
I look
that's
at
actually not a bad idea. Is that
We
a bad
should burn it
idea?
up.
Can we do that?
I look at Till again. I really need to learn how to whisper.
We need to do that.
You
Coltar,
do.
can the ship shoot it?
I don't think we should mess with that.
Let's shoot it.
So I raise my voice. The problem is it's a magical item of mythic proportion. These things don't break easily, and the act of trying to break them often breaks whatever is trying. So I would not recommend shooting it with anything you're not prepared to bounce back at you.
Yeah.
Could we shoot it with a bad
nuke it from
ship?
orbit, still a bad idea.
Yes, nuking it from orbit
Yes.
is still a bad idea unless you want to play catch with the rebound.
I don't like it. We should leave.
That's a thing?
Magical items
I
are
mean-
weird.
The other thing that concerns you is you're pretty certain this casket is designed to contain it. Shooting it might not destroy the blade, but it might destroy the casket and let it loose.
Yeah, I'm letting that whole floating casket thing be under wraps literally right now.
So,
I mean, also not the. I mean, nuking it from orbit. We're in a city.
Also that.
that's also a really good point. That's a good point.
So which one of us has a nuke? Because I need to confiscate that immediately.
I mean, I could get a nuke if we really needed a nuke.
Give me 15 levels.
Frightening.
I mean, I could steal a nuke.
I feel like it's not
None of
that.
this-
I feel like it's not
none
that
of
easy.
None of these comments after I made that comment is making me feel any better.
I'm not
Gideon, I
saying
don't
I'm-
think we can pickpocket a nuke.
I'm not saying
No, I
I'm
didn't say
going to
pickpocket. I
steal a
said
nuke.
steal. It's not the same thing. I can't really say.
Similar.
Anyways,
We should let it be someone else's problem and get away.
the problem is it's already our problem. Letting it be someone else's problem is the worst idea.
Bees, your reaction is pretty we should all leave it alone, correct? Is that how
Yeah.
you feel?
Yeah,
What if somebody bad finds it after we leave it alone?
that's why we should shoot it with lots of ships that we don't like.
Or I'm just spitballing
And
here.
that
We could find somebody who's a lot stronger than us to like protect it.
No, because then they'll take it.
I am fully on board with the destroy it plan. We just have to find how.
Exactly.
Okay.
And until we find how, leaving it alone is a great way for the person who we saw in a mystical vision to get his hands on it,
Okay, but I don't
which
wanna take
would
it.
also be a bad idea. You actually
Very
don't have to
wise,
touch
Bees.
it. It moves on its own.
Not better. Not better.
It's already safeguarded a bit. We just have to keep our eyes on it, Bees.
Now, if someone who is particularly convincing, threatening, conniving, however, would be so kind as to ask the individuals tied up along the wall there that have been listening to this conversation the whole time what exactly sort of a demon-worshipping cult they are, I'd appreciate any additional information we could get.
We'll do it.
I palm the unconscious dwarf and dump my last 5 healing lay on hands to wake him up.
He awakens,
And
coughing
then,
and sputtering,
hang on, I gotta check to see how long this lasts.
spits up blood.
All right. Turn to everybody in the room. For about 10 minutes, should be able to decipher their answers. And I look directly at, now that they're all awake, whether they're truthful or not will influence what happens to them afterwards. And then I cast Zone of Truth.
Is that a charisma save?
It is
What's the radius on that?
15 feet.
Haha, I'm out of the range.
So basically, everybody in this room, pretty much.
Pretty much.
Nice.
What does it feel like?
It honestly just feels like a warm wind. Just kind of passes through you for a second.
The bees are going to.
I want to talk to the bandit that got the 1.
The bees are going to spread out through the room and land on the eyes or eyelids of each.
Jesus.
Oh. Somebody better get advantage on intimidation for that shit.
Anyway, you look at the dwarven bandit who now has a pair of torch bees sitting on his eyes. Hmm. Hmm. As
You
he
feel
looks.
Is he gagged?
No, he's not. He's just trying
Okay.
not to make any noise while
I-
Irma is sitting on his eyes.
I look at each of them and I say, did you each feel that warm pulse throughout your bodies?
I certainly see a pair of bees on my eyes.
That's worse.
It
I would imagine.
is.
Be truthful. And I'm not going to say anything, but certainly won't hurt.
It will when we sting through your eyelids into your eyes.
That's if they lie. That's if they lie, or
Yep.
if they don't tell us what we want.
Yup. And we're telling the truth.
Was bees in the room?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, no,
They
yeah,
are-
you say,
Yeah.
yeah. All right.
You can tell, Varush.
Yep,
They're
yep.
telling the truth.
Yep. Yeah, so there's a slight pause as he like stands up straight and then looks over at the armor and goes, and then which one? I think only one of them passed because my DC is 14.
2 of them passed. One rolled a 16, one rolled a 17.
Oh, 16, 17. Okay, yeah. So those two, I'll just keep a mental note and keep a better eye on their answer when they talk. But open the floor to anybody that's got questions.
Oh no, this is all you, Chief. Go for it.
Yeah, I ask questions in a much different way.
Till leans in from the other room. Where do you all hide your money?
On us, we don't tend to keep too much in one place at a time.
Oh, I got one.
Was
What's
that
in
one
the
that
box?
failed?
No, that was one that failed. Yeah, it's like they don't keep a lot of money on their persons, apparently.
Okay.
I got one. What's in the box?
I don't fucking know.
I sigh.
How
Worth
long?
a shot.
How long have you been in this compound?
We set up here a couple of months ago.
I walk over to the door. I tap my data pad to make the thing not follow me for a second. Step into the room. What was the ultimate goal of your group in stealing all of this Altumbra?
I mean, I was mostly just a hire on to help get a little bit of extra coin for myself with these white elves looking to do their jobs. Far as I understand, they were trying to get enough Altumbra to navigate a ship.
At least 2 of the people in this lineup should be Void Elves, because they were 2 of the ones that we captured.
Yeah, right
Earlier.
at the beginning.
Yeah. The hang on, let me.
And the Red Runner said they'd captured the people that got away, but I guess they didn't get those 2.
Let me double check. Yeah, they did. They would have gotten the two void elves that survived.
Yeah, because those were the first two that we just like walked in the room and went, "Tank."
So one of the void elves speaks up. We were trying to get home to our people.
And where's home?
Is that one that passed the save? Or
They both the void elves failed,
okay.
and I just made extra saves for them.
All right. Okay, cool.
Moving. Our home is the flotilla. It's always on the move, which is why we need our Tumbler to be able to navigate to where they are.
And
How much Altumula is did we actually recover?
I mean, three crates
Three crates full?
of it, which you don't know how long that would last, especially if they have to make several jumps.
How the fuck far away are they then?
They could be anywhere. It's why we need materials.
All right.
We're not exactly a stationary people.
Do they follow a route?
They do, but it can change, such as when conflict arises, such as the one where we were attacked by a space dragon that resulted in us being separated from the flotilla.
Extrapolate.
Our flotilla was trying to maneuver around the galactic central arms and was attacked by a space dragon. Our ships broke off and ended up here, completely wrecked.
What do I roll to determine are space dragons really a thing?
Same.
Oh, they're a thing. They're a thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
So,
all right.
What do we know about space dragons?
So there are aside from the metallic and chromatic dragons, which can be space worthy, especially if they get old enough. There are two more types of dragons, which are which are astral and spatial dragons, which are two different axes where you would typically associate the
Gem dragons?
well, no, where you would there's also gem dragons, but where you would typically associate chromatic dragons with evil and metallic dragons with good. Not to say they're all like that, but that's what they're associated with. Astral dragons are associated with law, and spatial dragons are associated with chaos.
Yeah.
Tell me all your thoughts on space dragons.
So, big chaos dragon then.
Yeah.
So
it was a let me double check so I can make sure I know the type of dragon, because there's 3 types within each of the groupings. Let me make sure I know which one. Pull up my bestiary. There we are. Sorry, they're called entropic dragons are the chaos ones. And then stellar dragons.
Okay. Entropic and stellar.
Stellar.
I'm pretty certain it was an abyss dragon.
So
All right. That sounds like a problem for somebody else or another day.
yes. So at what point did your leader come into possession of the sword that was in the vault?
I don't know what you're talking about. I know that there was some kind of artifact that our leader kept secured away. I don't know what it is.
Do you know when he began keeping it secured away?
We've had it since we came here. It was it was an item that we were keeping safe in the flotilla for someone else. I don't know where the captain got it.
Where was you supposed to transport this item?
We weren't. We were supposed to keep it safe on the move and out of anyone else's hands.
Who's in charge of your flotilla?
Valadaniel is our fleet master, but I haven't heard from him in a while, so Xerius was our captain of our ship and was the one in charge of us as we formed this group to try and get out of here.
The dragon that attacked. Did it seem like it was attacking for a purpose, or like you happened to disturb its location?
We came out of a void jump and we're preparing for the next as we orbited and gathered energy when it came out of its own void gate and attacked us.
So distinctly on the offensive, not defensive.
Yes.
Did it attack your ship specifically?
It attacked the entire fleet.
Did it seem to have a specific target?
We don't know. We scattered.
Or was the first ship that was hit?
The largest flotilla master ship. I don't know if it's still operational, but it tore through it very quickly. But that might be because it was the first one to open fire.
I look over at Varush. I've got no further questions. And I go back into the room.
What do you your flotilla, this can't have been the first time your flotilla has been under attack and or ship's been lost. Do you have a consistent rally point for ships to broadcast for re-entry into the flotilla so that they know that you're still alive? Or do you have any special channel?
We would normally, once the ship is separated, if they wish to rejoin the flotilla, it's a matter of getting near enough for one of our resonance crystals to try and bring us into contact. With our resonance crystal destroyed, our first trip would have had to have been back to Aloran to see if there were any void elves on planet who could provide a new one.
How close do you have to be for a resonance crystal to react with the flotilla?
Within a few thousand light years. Sorry, a few hundred light years.
One of you is the highest ranking here.
No, sorry, yeah, I was right. A few thousand light years. A good distance, but not across the galaxy.
Yeah, 2,000 light years is really far, but still not even like.
Yeah, it has. He said a few thousand, not 2,000, but a few thousand.
Yeah, no, that was
between 3 and 9,000 light years, somewhere in that range.
Yeah.
Am I familiar with the planet he mentioned?
Aloran? Most
Yeah.
people are familiar with Aloran. It's the Elven homeworld.
Okay.
Did they respond to Gideon?
Sorry, what was Gideon's question?
Which one of you is in charge? Like the highest ranking?
It was Xerius, but I don't know where he's at.
I mean, like, among the 6 of you here, wouldn't there be a chain of command established where
I mean, technically the two of us, the Drow says, because we organized and started this group.
Which one was Zirian?
Xerius was our captain and a skilled wizard.
Yeah, that's the guy shot between the eyes.
Oh yeah.
He just looks at you.
What? He was attacking us with spells and shit. Didn't he like set us on fire or something? No, lightning. It was lightning. He shot lightning at it.
Wait, what?
I'm just saying, if I shot lightning at you, would you not put a bullet between my eyes? Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
He just doesn't say anything and just stares at you.
He doesn't seem to be disagreeing with you, Gideon.
Thank you.
These are clearly men of a certain cut who know what to expect in given situations.
Hey, I mean, I was gonna suggest we slap him on the wrist and, well, no, we would probably have to turn them into the authorities, wouldn't we? Yeah, we would, because they stole a bunch of shit that belongs to other people. Yeah, we weren't gonna be able to let you go anyway. But at least we don't have to kill you, do we?
Oh,
No.
Wow, that's quite mature of you, Gideon. Almost
funny.
the sort of thing you would expect a law enforcement officer to say.
Nah, dude. Mama Vi says you don't kill people unless you have to.
That's true.
And you don't let people who steal things walk away.
I mean,
Not-
He's trying to trick you,
also
Gideon.
that, I guess.
I'm just saying your horizons are expanding, and it's very delightful to watch happen.
There's the sound of something powering on and shifting in the other room.
Oh, there we go. And Till goes to check it out.
Well, it'll walk.
out of character. I forgot. Did we ever get the name of the demon king that we had the vision of, or is it just
No, it was just the
Okay.
king of demons.
the king of demons? Okay, all right.
Names are powerful things where demons are concerned. If we had any of his names, we'd be upset.
The Krang of Dramons.
Krang is from
If we
Ninja
can find
Turtles,
his
dude.
true name, we
Don't get me
fucking win.
started.
Are you-
Mama Aaron always says it. Taking things is one thing. Taking lives is another.
That's actually, yeah, she says that a lot. How do you remember that, but you don't remember Mama Vi told us to stay together?
Because I didn't like it.
That's fair.
That's the insight check for Till.
B's recent behavior in like the past 15 minutes.
I mean, Bees had a violent reaction to just hearing about the Hellblade, and you know that.
Mm-hmm.
They seem really excited about the eyeballs.
That is one of the most in character things that's happened with Bees in the last 15 minutes. Till is not surprised with that.
Whoosh, how much longer do we have?
They like vitreous fluid.
Before the people come to take the Atumbla away.
Oh, yeah. How long was it going to take them?
You probably got an hour.
Okay, about an hour.
Does anyone else have any significant questions for these people, or shall we just?
We have a
Probably
few
not
more
anything
minutes.
useful.
Hey, Gideon,
Yep.
we remembered what Mama Vi said. We just didn't want to admit it.
Good to know.
Okay.
We're going to talk about that later.
Hey, Gideon,
Yeah.
thanks for coming to look for us.
Well, unlike you, I wasn't pretending not to know what Mama Vi said.
Okay.
You are actually like family to me, by the way. I don't have a whole lot of that since we had to leave all of our mamas at home.
I have a couple more questions.
You're the
Go ahead.
just real quick, B says, you're the closest thing we have to family that doesn't live inside of us.
Thanks. Don't leave me behind anymore.
Okay. If we find a bigger hive, you could climb inside it.
I will consider that later.
Okay.
Rouge, questions?
Yes. Turn to the two void elves. Do you have a phrase when approaching the fleet to signal that you are non-hostile?
We do, but we're not going to tell it to you.
The bees move forward and start drinking the from the tear ducts at the corners of the eyes.
Oh,
Gosh.
Oh yeah.
You can threaten us with torture all you like. The flotilla is our livelihood and our people. We would never betray them.
I do not mean any harm to your flotilla. I am just curious as to why they were carting around that object. You say it's to keep it moving and to keep it away, but
They did say they were supposed to keep it moving, didn't they?
Oh, I believe that.
Yeah,
I
that's important.
believe it too. I would know.
They
if
also
were
can't
lying.
lie, so
Yes.
They can, yeah.
Oh, that's a good point. Yes. How long did they say they were here?
a couple of
A
months.
couple months.
That seems to be the very definition of not moving.
Right.
Well, they were
So,
gathering Autumbla in order to leave.
Yeah, so
No, I'm just saying that if there's a
We should
very good
probably
reason
get
to
this
keep
thing
it
moving.
moving, we should probably get it moving.
William,
Yes.
check the chat.
No, the connection was with the person who got stolen from.
I mean, that's still a connection.
Yeah.
I don't remember at all of what it was.
Yeah, no, it was the
A
person.
month and a half.
One of the people who had Autumbla stolen from was a person who regularly contracts for your father.
Okay.
That was the guy we met at the docks
Well.
and shadowed. Yeah, right?
Oh,
Yes, Captain Xanarim,
Xanarim. There he is. Yep. Got him in the notes.
commander of the Zephyr.
Bees, if you could please return to your armor. One last question for each of you. What are your names?
You motherfucker.
Yeah. There's a reason.
First, last, and middle.
I would also like your
POV,
parents' names, your siblings.
SSN.
For your name and the ship that you served on. The reason I asked was so that I could, if we do happen across your fleet, I can tell them where you are and let them know that you survived the attack.
I am Rindar. This is Hanometh. And we served upon the we served upon the August moon.
Ship names are the worst.
Sorry.
Well, specifically the pronunciation would be the August moon.
Yes, the full moon. Wait.
No, August.
I know. And yes, Till, I believe you are correct on the emphasis of needs to be moving. However, we are a little stuck at the moment.
Well,
Oh, I do have one question. How did Xerius know which ships to steal Abhumla from?
He had a relatively decent divination spell that could, while not identify the locations of Autumbla, identify when an individual was coming in. And we also had people who we had, he says, looking over at the people who are assembled and noticing that one is missing, had a decent hacker who could get into the system and find incoming ships and check manifests.
Oh, did we kill him too?
Probably. You'll notice our hands aren't exactly free of blood today.
William, am I able to attach?
Yeah, we killed a lot of people today.
Am I able to attach the tarped up sword chamber to the Dust Runner?
I mean, it doesn't weigh much because it gravity impels itself, so yeah.
Yeah, I just wanted to make it like physically attached to the Dust Runner.
Yeah, you could probably do that.
Yep. Now that I've got it mobile.
So, Oh, we should probably wait till like they're not in the room anymore to have that part of the conversation.
Yes. I don't know what you're going to talk about, but yes.
All right then.
Let's go ahead. Since we still have a while to wait before the authorities get here to retrieve them, some of us let's go ahead and head back to the Adventurers Guild so we can securely relocate this object of importance and also get this dust runner to a workshop so I can finish up the repairs it needs.
Yeah, we should find a way to transport the bad thing safely.
Frankly, I'll be glad to see the
Without
back of
touching
it. The Void Elf says it's brought us nothing but misfortune the entire time we've had it.
Good to know. So we won't be keeping it for long if we can help it, right?
Just long
Right?
enough
Are we actually
just long enough to destroy it.
destroy it? Yeah, that's what I was afraid you were going to say.
It's
Still
alright.
looks around to see what
At
Kendall's up to.
At least I'm playing Coltarn. If I was playing the character that will replace Coltarn, she would have already pulled it out of the box.
Right. Whips out a crowbar. Hey, let's get this thing going.
What? You say unlimited power? Do the He-Man pose and everything.
What's Kendall up to right now?
Just watching, I guess.
Okay.
So I get into the Dust Runner and begin figuring out how they got it into this place because the doors don't seem big enough for it.
You're pretty certain it was assembled on site and would probably have to have been teleported out.
Well, time to make doors wider.
I mean, yeah, there's nothing stopping you from just blasting. This gun doesn't work yet, but just busting down the front door.
Yep. You all hear the sound of metal breaking. As I begin to Kool-Aid this thing out of here.
Is that what we're using to transport the
bad crate
basket or whatever? Yeah, the bad crate.
At the moment.
Okay. Then I will do whatever I can to help ease the making of the holes.
This whole area is put up with basically sheet metal to form walls. Like, it's not super sturdy.
The Dust Runner. What does the Dust Runner look like, by the way, now that I've got it moving?
So now that it's moving, it is the Mech Warrior, what is it, the Mad Cat?
Yeah.
Sort of like that, but on a smaller scale, like where it's got the two chicken legs and then the torpedo cockpit and then the pair of arms with machine guns on them.
So is it like an exoskeleton version of the Mad Cat?
Kind of, yeah.
Cool. Push wall, continue on.
We'll need somebody to. I can stay here and watch these three until the authorities arrive.
Oh, I know what I'll do. I'm gonna before he picks up the bad crate, I'm gonna try to look around and see if I can find something to cover it.
It's already
so
covered.
That we're not. Oh, it is covered.
Yeah,
already.
it's like covered in tarps that have been like bungee corded to it, and it's now attached to the back of the Dust Runner.
Yeah, it's tied up like a package ready for shipping.
Cool. I missed that part.
Yep.
Cool.
It's like tucked in right next to whatever. It would like probably it's like tucked in right next to the like dust engine or dust reactor that's only partially working, so that it looks like it's basically a patch on the back of it rather than a separate object.
Gotcha. So, who's staying with Rouge? Don't everybody volunteer at once.
Where is the crate going? The bad one, the
With
sword.
me. I'm taking.
Okay.
Coulthard made it clear. Basically, he's heading back towards the Adventurers Guild so that they can get it into a secure location, rather than in a half put together Warren underground.
Yeah, I mean, as long as that's not staying, bees will stay.
Cool. Me and Bees will stay here. Mistel, you want to stay with us?
Yeah, I'll stay with you guys.
You should. Do you have more
Cool.
cake?
I do. Here, she'll
We should-
take another one out.
You have some too. We should all have
I
some.
will. I'm not hungry right now.
Have some.
I'm
You
not
should
hungry
probably
right now.
eat.
Okay.
You haven't eaten.
I'm fine.
Whatever.
Getting it out of game and in game.
I've eaten tonight, William. Sorry.
So I trust Coltarn, but please don't let that crate out of your sight.
Miss Fairchild, looks like we're leaving.
Okay.
Gives a Baruj a nod and then follows after the bad box.
I like that we're calling it the Bad Box now. It's really nice.
Oh yeah. Mhm. And Till's gonna try and talk to Kendall on the way out as well.
Mistel stares Kindle down as Kindle walks up, by the way.
Okay.
Not like intimidating, but like big, sad anime eyes.
She is the whole time she is very specifically not looked at anybody. So
Once they're gone, I'm gonna say, sweet, we got rid of both the bad things at once.
Helps a little.
I get it. You mean Kendall. We get it.
Yes, Beast. Yes, thank you for the clarification.
I get that tensions ran high during this, but what's done is done. We're all safe. We all took care of each other. We need to keep doing that. I understand
We
sometimes
did
might
not all take care of each other.
Kendall tried to kill us.
Daddy's talking. Don't interrupt.
It's not my daddy.
Well, he certainly thinks he's our daddy. You done? Because I think we've all made up our minds.
All right, then. I'm just saying, this is not going to lead anywhere. If we're supposed to do what this vision is having us do, it's not going to happen if we can't.
I'm gonna make this real
Come
clear
together.
for you, and I'll make it clear for Till too.
Well, Till's not
Neither
here.
of you is gonna get anywhere. I'll make it clear for Till when I see him. Neither of you is gonna get anywhere by telling us to stop being mad. Because I don't know if you know
I'm
this,
not.
but I'm a teenager and they're kids. We're gonna be pissed for a bit.
I'm well
You're not a
aware of
kid.
that. I'm not telling
I'm
you
not
to
a kid. I just act like one.
I'm not telling you
The
to not
point
be
is,
angry.
Some of
we're
us-
mad. We're gonna be mad.
Yeah,
You don't like it? Maybe you should just let us do what we're gonna do anyway. Otherwise, stuff it. We're good.
Wow, you are really fucking bad at this, Jasira says from the corner of the room.
yes.
Oh, I'm not
I-
talking about you. You're doing your job just fine. I'm talking about the teenager who's trying to be a big man.
Big man?
I'm not telling you to
Not
not,
a big
feel
man.
angry.
I just don't like anybody who's not my mom telling me what to do. And why don't you mind your business, lady? You're not in this.
No, you're right. I should avoid trying to help the people who almost had most of the people they were trying to capture get away.
Whatever.
I'm just saying next time
You know, guys,
we
we
all
probably
need to
should have
take
left him
your
alone.
time and take a breath. It's fine that you felt mad, that you feel mad. That's shit went down. But you don't need to hold on to that.
Are you gonna arrest
Yeah.
Kendall?
Thanks, Dad.
No, I'm not
Nobody's
going
gonna
to
arrest Kendall. Dude,
No.
drop it. We're not getting anywhere with these people.
People like her always get away with everything.
Yep. You know, because of the money.
Hmm. I know.
There's a story behind that. Jasira
Yeah.
says.
She'll
Behind what?
nod.
The money?
There's a few of them. Not like any of you care, though.
Oh, I
care.
always care. Jasira says, I made my group by collecting the lost and the wayward and hearing all of their stories. The thing that I don't care for is someone trying to think that other people will never know what they're talking about. That will only get you killed.
Uh-huh. You know, real done being preached at. Why don't we go sit in the front till everybody decides to stop being our parents?
Have fun.
Peace, Mistle.
Mistle's following Gideon.
Burge, was there anything else in the vault?
Fog.
I didn't hear that out of character.
Fog.
That sounds nice.
Bit wispy. But now it's shut. Other than
Can we go
that,
see
no.
the fog?
I don't think I could lift that door by myself. As confident as I am, that was one heavy chunk of fucking metal.
To be fair, you didn't close it either. It's still open.
Oh, I thought we closed it.
No. Why would we close
No.
it? That thing was in it's gone.
Yeah. Then yeah, it's still open. You can see
Let's
for
go
yourself.
look.
Bees wanders away into another trap and dies. Meanwhile,
Gideon, Mistle, do you all want to go look?
No. But if you're going, I guess I have to.
Yay!
I'll come with.
Yeah. At least make sure he doesn't get himself blown up.
It's important.
Three of you head over to see the vault.
As soon as, hang on, we'll see. Let's see. Okay, so maybe like 30 seconds after they leave the room, Bruce just like leans up against the wall and goes, "Oh, fucking kids."
They'll learn, Jasira says. Or they'll die.
I can't let that one happen.
Then make sure they learn.
Fuck.
meanwhile, Till was trying to talk to Kendall. I suddenly can't hear anything. And neither can the stream. I'm the only one that can be heard. That's interesting. Zoom has dropped all audio. Hang on. I really hope I'm not going crazy. No, OBS isn't hearing anything. Hi, everybody watching. This is the Only Me show. I have no idea if they can hear me. The rest of you, okay, so y'all can hear me, but nobody can hear you, and especially I can't hear you, which is fun. For no discernible reason. Presumably, Zoom just decided to fuck off. Yeah, no. Okay, now we can hear you. Now we can hear you. The stream still can't. Hang on. Hang on. It's supposed to be capturing the Zoom meeting. I have no idea what the fuck just happened there. All right, well, we'll switch you back to my audio at least. Hang on. Yeah, I would have to turn off and on OBS to do that. Hang on, I can just put in an audio output capture and have them capture what I'm hearing so that they can hear you now. They can hear you now, I believe.
Yeah.
Okay. Yep.
Yeah.
Maybe. Yes.
Yeah, no, they can hear you. I have
Cool.
no fucking clue what happened there. Zoom just completely dropped out audio, and y'all could hear me.
This
but I
is
couldn't
why
hear
you don't trust machines.
Well, like I said while you were doing all that, at least we know it was very recently since you couldn't hear us.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Right.
there was it's not like you were like, huh, there's been no sound on this stream for like the last hour.
Yeah.
This is the weirdest Zoom call I've been on.
You know, it happened
this week.
It happened right as I went. Anyways, Till was trying to talk to Kendall, and that's where,
Right.
as soon as I said that, y'all went quiet.
Oh, the response was Jeremy's still busy, and so we're gonna push that for later.
Okay.
But in response to the why is the Cambion commiserating with me, she says, because I understand what it's like to be worried about a lot of people who are counting on you to get something done.
And any tips?
Do what you can and understand you're never going to make them all happy, but try and be nice to them, showing them you care, visually showing them you care can go a long way. They don't always have to understand why you're doing what you're doing, but they do need to understand that you do care.
Right. Well, thanks. I'm gonna, I don't know, peruse this bookshelf while we wait for the.
By the way, this is an armory. That's full of guns.
Yeah. Well, I know that it's full of guns, but it's a bookshelf on the map. So he's
Yeah.
perusing the guns.
There's a variety of guns. Would you like to take your pick?
Yes,
You're just
actually.
flipping through some
was there a-
magazines.
Yeah, exactly.
To slightly because I we never did get around to it. To slightly rewind when we were going through the armory and things. Did they have any Orcish Colbracks?
No.
Damn it!
What? do
Another
I
question.
have?
What are the odds there's a random comlink flying around here somewhere?
Probably pretty high, all things considered.
Yeah, I'm sure there's.
You step over one of the corpses and there's a comlink on it.
Yep, I'm sure
Right,
there's
I'm gonna-
at least one.
I'm gonna strip a comlink, or take a comlink from somebody who doesn't need it anymore. Maybe two if I can find two.
You can probably find two.
Can we find one that fits Mistle?
Probably not.
Yeah.
Not unless you want it to be a backpack for Mistle.
If only there
Right.
was someone who could modify technology with any level of skill and efficiency.
Mistle comes out
Yeah.
looking like the
Fine,
comms
I'll
trooper
do it.
from. Go back
I'm
to
gonna
sleep,
take an
Crack,
extra
you're
one just in
drunk.
case.
But like in the armory, you find several machine guns, a couple of different long rifles. Interesting things in there. You find, well, aside from the like several pistols, you find a single blaster pistol and blaster rifle.
Okay.
As well as what you think is like a metal quarterstaff for a minute, and then you pick it up and realize there's a switch, and you press it, and it's an energy pike.
Okay. Yoink.
Is there a heavy revolver in that group of pistols?
There's a couple of heavy revolvers, yes.
And yep, there's also one of the bandits was using him too. So
Yeah, Till stole that one.
oh yeah, that's right.
I know
yeah.
I have a heavy revolver.
Yeah, I'll take the energy pike and one of the just regular machine gun.
Yeah.
Actually, yeah, I'll take a couple of them, couple of the machine guns.
Ho ho ho! Now you have many machine guns.
Mm-hmm. So I call this one Des, and this one no. But yeah, I'll just pile those up, tie them up in with some rope, and then wait till the void keepers show up and hand over the people, and then head over to the Adventurers Guild after stopping by the vault and finding Gideon, Bees, and Mistle.
So for the three of you to head
Yeah.
over to the vault.
Until he finds us, we're talking shit about how much we hate everybody telling us what to do.
Well, for the three of you to head over to the vault, you find it open and just sort of drifting out that strange smoke, which is probably like venting coolant, all things considered, as you realize. But Bees, as you look at the shadowy maw that is the open vault, as there's just blackness with a faint mist pouring out of it, you find your entire collective consciousness sort of zoning out, just staring into the abyss as it stares back into you.
Okay. Is it does it feel familiar at all?
It definitely feels strangely familiar in a very bad way.
Okay. So the hive armor stops moving forward, and then very quietly we say, "We changed our mind. We don't want to go see it anymore."
You'll see what?
That room.
What's wrong, Bees?
It's still bad, even with the thing not in there. It's still bad.
Okay. Maybe we shouldn't go in there then.
And we shouldn't.
No, and I don't think we can close it without them. So we should probably just hang back.
Is that accurate? Is that what Bees is feeling, that they
Roughly, yeah.
shouldn't go in? Okay.
Well, it's more like it's more like nobody should go in.
Is there a way to close it?
It would require a lot of strength to close that vault. You could close the door outside that you had like a key card for. You could close that.
Oh, let's do that.
Yeah,
Could-
but you'd have
Close the door, and can we lock it back?
Definitely.
Do we feel like we could get close enough to it to close it, or we don't want to get that close?
You can get close enough to it. It just feels wrong, and you are fairly certain that people should not be there. It's just that you don't think you have the strength to close that vault door.
You
Okay.
have to go ask Dad for help.
Yeah, we ain't doing that.
Mistel's got it.
What now?
Come on, Mistel, Hulk out and close the door.
So just so we're clear, like on the same page, we are tired of everybody telling us what to do, right?
Mr. will shrug. I mean, that kind of seems like a you problem.
Oh, it's a me problem. Okay, well, if it's a me problem. Bees?
We don't like Kendall because Kendall makes people feel bad and attacks people. But you don't like it when people tell you what to do?
I don't like it when people who aren't my moms tell me what to do. My moms raised me from nothing. They took me in when I had nobody. They are, allowed to tell me what to do because at least they know where I came from. These guys are just big bossy adults who think they know everything.
Why don't you just ignore them? That's what we do.
Well, because we're supposed to be a team. I don't feel like much of a team member, but we're supposed to be working together, right? So
Yeah.
And I think that's why they're telling you what to do.
yeah, but I don't know. I just feel like they don't listen to us at all.
Maybe this is something we should bring up with everybody then.
Yeah.
We could
They
all
don't
talk
listen
about
to
it
us.
together.
We don't like it either.
I guess that's fair. So do we want to go back to Garouche, or we want to
Hey,
just
Gideon,
sit here and wait for him to come to us? Yeah.
do we still like it when you tell us what to do?
I mean, I don't know. You don't actually listen to me anyway.
Okay.
That's a decision you should make on your own, Bees.
Okay. We'll make
The
our own
long-
decision because you told us to.
The longer you stand here, you start to realize the more of the hive starts to flake away from the armor underneath.
Okay. Okay. Let's close the door. We need to go. We don't like it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's close the door and lock it and walk a safe distance away.
We
Even
don't-
if we don't go all the way back to the Bruges, whatever.
We don't
He'll
like
find us.
we don't like what's underneath.
Yeah, I got that. I don't know what's so weird about it, but I trust you.
It just should stay underneath.
Wonder how come we couldn't sense it from the outside.
Yeah.
Maybe there's
weird.
magic on that door?
Maybe. Let's close the other one that we can close.
Yeah. Close it, lock it. Stay away from it. Not just.
As soon as it's possible, the bees will start recovering the parts of the armor that are being exposed.
Mm-hmm. Meanwhile, Jasira looks over. I should really get back to my people.
Guess you probably won't want to be here when the Void Keepers arrive.
I am technically still seen as a criminal, yes. So, if you need my
gets
help.
one.
What was that?
I said everybody gets one.
If you need my help, you know how to contact me, or at least one of you knows how to contact me.
Yes, they do.
I'm going to go, she says as she starts walking out. And with that, with everyone in a few different groups, with some people taking the bad box, as it is now christened, back to the Adventurers Guild, that's where we'll end for the week.
Say goodbye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.
Goodbye.